been a while since I've shown a You Do It video. So what we're going to be doing on this boiler is replacing a seal kit on here. And so first thing we're going to do, I'm going to do this in short sinkies, is take these 4 screws off to remove the pump. There is a spring action kind of clutch system in here that will undo itself, and I'll take a shot of that when I get to that point, or lift it off so you can see what's in there. Okay guys, see a little bit. So if you undo the 4 screws and then you rotate your thing to where you see a little Allen wrench there, Allen socket, so you go ahead and loosen that off. See all that dirt and crap in there. And then I'm going to take my end of my wrench and stick it in there and pry that off so that slides off that shaft if it's not too rusted onto there. So that's part 2 of this phase here. That screw in there, so make sure you back it out far enough so it doesn't lock into the shaft. And then just pop her out. So that's that part 2. Now what we're going to do is we can stick at the other end of this is an Allen wrench that's all rusted in there. I hope it comes out easily. There it is right there. So we're going to stick the Allen wrench through there, back into that, and remove that shaft. Then we're going to undo these 4 screws on this shaft here. Okay guys, life can be so futile. So long story short, that set screw in there is like totally rusted in place. So what we do, we go out and buy a whole new bearing housing for this. But what I was originally going to show you was how to replace the seal kit. So once you have removed this, you can keep this old one in place and act as a grip, but you would undo the bolt here, slide all this off, and pop out the old seal, and hence put in a new seal. And it would just sit there just like that. And screws down with the spring, and you're a done deal. And you put the whole new one back on. So I'm gonna pull that off, see how much water runs out. And then in turn, we'll see what it looks like on the inside just for grins. And then I got 2 new flanges for that. And we're gonna discuss, theoretically, you see these flat rubberized ones here. Theoretically, they should have these round grooved ones in there. But just in case, I went and got that kit, just in case it doesn't have the groove on the flanges, and we'll see that when we take it apart. We're going to put new bolts on there anyway, so we'll see you in a little bit on that. As I said before, you can go ahead and put on this part of the clutch and tighten that screw so that actually you can hang on to that while you're tightening or untightening the old bolt. So when you put the new, there's the impeller, and then when you have the new one on there, you can turn with your hand and keep your wrench on that so you can tighten that down so it's not swiveling around on you. Okay? And then we'll do a quick inspection in there. And we're going to replace these flanges here. So get back to you a little bit on that. Bye. Okay guys, as I suspected, you see the groove in here? And someone put this gasket in here. Okay, I mean, it's half a dozen one of the others, but put the right gasket in for the right goober. So we'll clean that out. And see these 2 round gaskets here, how that is? Okay, I'm going to use the new screws from the other gasket kit because the other ones are all messed up. But yeah, so we're going to sand that down and get that cleaned up and get the proper gaskets back in here. And see, 1/2 is flat. See? Okay. And then this is flat on this, and the other one has the groove in it. So we'll clean this up here and put it back together. Talk to you in a little while. Bye. What I didn't show you was we soaked the bolts in penetrating oil, get them all cleaned up. Don't forget, you get this little when you buy a new housing, even if you work on the old housing, you should hopefully drain it all out. and you see this comes in 3 sections. You squeeze it in to fill up the bearing assembly first, then you squeeze a little bit more down the second line for the front fill, and then the rear fill tube. So you have 3 fillings with 1 tube that's in your kit when you get the new bearing assembly. So theoretically this motor is going to start up, and we got water on it now, no leaks, but we'll see what happens. And so this is a Series 100 Bell Gossett pump. Changing again, the 100 series turned out to be the bearing assembly versus just the seal itself because of being rusted out in there. So, and then taking out these gaskets and putting in the proper gaskets in there. So that's that, guys. So leave your comment, please subscribe, and yeah, it's been a while since I've done a HVAC or a boiler video, so I thought I'd do that today for you since it's nice and cold outside. So thanks a lot, guys, and please subscribe and like, and we'll talk to you.